Hello and welcome back to Women's Football Talk, the YouTube channel that brings you all the latest news and stories from around the world of women's football. Before we get into today's summary, make sure you hit that subscribe button, as currently 86% of you aren't subscribed to this channel. So let's get that as low as possible and let's get these subscribers up. Right, so we have just wrapped up the weekend's worth of football across Europe, and we'll start off in the FA Women's Super League. On Saturday, West Ham United beat Reading 5-0 with Martha Thomas scoring a hat-trick for the Hammers, whilst Katarina Sivkova and Kenta Dali also scored after an impressive start to the game for West Ham, which saw them 3-0 up inside 11 minutes, and all 5 goals came in the first half for the Hammers in an incredible feat which sees them rise to 10th in the WSL. Then on Sunday, today for me, Chelsea beat Birmingham City 6-0 with Sam Kerr scoring a first half hat-trick and then second half goals. A brace from Frank Kirby and Guru Wrighton gave Emma Hayes' side the 3 points and sees them get edge closer to the WSL title. Elsewhere, Everton beat Aston Villa 3-1. Simone McGill, Izzy Christensen and Lucy Graham scored for Willie Kirk's side, while a late goal from Chloe Arthur wasn't enough to condemn the Villa to defeat, and results elsewhere sees them at the foot of the table heading into this international break. The big game at the Hive between Tottenham and Manchester City saw Manchester City win 3-0 with Caroline Weir, Janine Becky and an own goal from Becky Spencer early on to give Gareth Taylor's side the 3 points. Arsenal beat Bristol City 4-0 at Twerton Park with Vivianne Miedema scoring a brace, Beth Mead and Danielle van der Donk scoring as well. And because Manchester United lost, which we'll get onto in a second, Arsenal are now up to third place, ahead of Man United on goal difference and with a game in hand. And speaking of Manchester United, they lost 1-0 to Brighton and Hove Albion thanks to an Anessa Cargman penalty on the 25th minute. And Casey Stoney's side will be definitely disappointed that they weren't able to get the result in that game to keep the pressure on Arsenal, and the last few games they've been really poor, so they will be bitterly disappointed with how things went this weekend headed into this international break. Elsewhere, we've also had the FA Women's Championship, and congratulations are in order to Leicester City after winning the title with their result this weekend against London City Lionesses 2-0, which means they have been promoted to the FAWSL for next season. And what an incredible season it has been for the Foxes. Elsewhere in the FA Championship this season, today Coventry United beat Blackburn Rovers 1-0, Charlton Athletic beat London Bees 3-1, and Sheffield United beat Crystal Palace 3-0. And the win for Charlton also confirms that they will be playing FA Women's Championship next football next season as well. So that is good news for those at Charlton. Right, we have had action elsewhere across Europe this weekend. Starting in Spain, Sociedad lost 1-0 to Eibar. Rayo Vallecano and Valencia played out a 3-3 draw. Granadella Tenerife beat Madrid CF 4-2. Sporting Huelva beat Sevilla by the same score. Athletic Club beat Santa Teresa 2-1. Real Betis and Espanyol played out a 0-0 draw. Real Madrid beat Logroño 4-0. And both teams finished with 10 players after Daniela Caracas Gonzalez and Jessica Martinez were sent off in stoppage time. Marta Cordero scored a brace for Real Madrid in that game, and Barcelona beat second place Levante 7-1 with Marta Torrejon, Vicky Losada, Mariona Caldente, Melanie Serrano, Bruna Villamaya Costa, Aitina Bonmati and Ginny Hermoso scoring for Barcelona to keep up their 100% record, and they've now scored 110 goals in the league and conceded only 4 this season, which is an incredible feat for Barcelona, and looks set to go on to win the Primera Iberdrola. Over in France, elsewhere we haven't had many other games. Bordeaux beat Issy FF 1-0, Dijon beat Le Havre 2-0, Stade Reims beat Montpellier 4-0, and today PSG beat Soyo Charente 7-0 with Marie Antoinette Katoto scoring a hat-trick, again to keep up Paris Saint-Germain's undefeated season in Ligue 1 and open up a bit of a gap between themselves and Lyon, who obviously didn't play due to the amount of positive tests in the Lyon camp. And finally, we've had some action in the DFB Polka which is the German Cup competition. We were at the semi-final stage. Wolfsburg beat Bayern Munich 2-0 with Alexander Popp and Uwe Payot scoring the goals for Wolfsburg, and however Simone Boyer Sorensen was sent off in stoppage time for Bayern Munich. And then the other game saw Eintracht Frankfurt beat Freiburg 2-1 with Laura Pranzika and Camilla Kuva scoring the goals for Frankfurt, whilst Marie Muller scored for Freiburg. Now that is all we have time for today. That's all the European fixtures wrapped up. We'll be back later on this week to look ahead to the international fixture lists and all the games that will happen over the next 2 weeks. Until then, right, make sure you like, comment and subscribe and turn on post notifications so you never miss a post and you know when we are going live with a video. And make sure you follow us on Twitter at WFTalk2020 so you never miss a tweet about anything. Until then, we'll see you soon.